Thank you for taking the time to listen in. This is an exciting time for medical education at UConn, and I am honored to have this opportunity to work with faculty, students, and staff to move curricular reform forward. We have unprecedented opportunities as we build a new addition and renovate existing space to accommodate an increased class size and innovate in education. One thing has become crystal clear through the retreats, forums, and LCME process these past 2 years. It is time for change. We are behind the times academically, technologically, and pedagogically, and we are at huge risk for future accreditation issues. Schools are being cited for less lecture hours than we have. There are standards for active learning that our current curriculum does not fulfill. We are nowhere close to where most schools are in simulation and technology-assisted education. And what once was our premier distinguishing feature, our longitudinal clinical curriculum, is no longer unique. Many schools have further advanced this concept in specialty care and other disciplines. It is time for us to regain our position across the country as a leader and on the cutting edge of educational programming. I want to dispel a myth or rumor that some of you may have heard, that our future curriculum is already set in stone. Let's be crystal clear on this. There is no room and no foundation for such rumors. Each of us has a responsibility to be involved in order to earn the right to complain. And as educators, we always welcome informed feedback. Honestly, we do have some ideas, but this is a project principally of the faculty and of the school, involving students and staff, and hopefully our collaborative partners in other schools and disciplines, particularly honoring our very special relationship with the dental school. The curriculum of our future is still in its very preliminary stages. So what does this mean? It is now your opportunity to join us, to share your ideas, and make your mark on education. Do you have a brilliant plan for clinical training? Can you envision a curriculum that transforms our educational program, utilizing our current resources as well as innovative technologies? If so, share it. We have completed our forums, have set up a Blackboard course, and are keeping an open door for all of your ideas. We will be developing committees run by our faculty, not just our administrative leadership, to shepherd us through this exciting process. What follows are some broad sketches of some of the ideas we have considered, as presented by the UME leadership team. But remember, everything is subject to change, and I encourage you to be the force of change and to take these broad strokes and help us craft the curriculum of the future.
We're going to start off talking about the anatomy program, which is slated to be a showpiece of our revisioned curriculum. The building renovations and additions that will be completed in 2016 have allowed for a large, open, bright anatomy space that sits as the cornerstone of our revised space. This new location will allow us to have a hybrid anatomy model that blends our traditional approach using cadavers with new technologies, such as the Anatomage virtual cadaver table and BodyViz workstations that render 3D reconstructions of MRI and CT scans. These complementary approaches should help students bridge the gap between the gross anatomy lab and state-of-the-art diagnostic imaging techniques. Our next step is to try to ascertain how to craft a curriculum that uses this space to the best of its ability.
Well, there's much that we don't know about the future curriculum. We do know that we are moving away from the traditional calendar-based model and into a more individualized education. As a part of this move towards individualization, what we need to do is to come up with an individualized assessment tool. We are still in the early stages of understanding how this will be done. We need more than the usual exams, which are good tools to assess knowledge. However, what we really need are tools to assess the acquisition and mastery of skills. The problem we have to confront is that skill-based assessments are observational. This raises the specter of subjectivity and the lack of uniformity of assessment across students. We have to assess tools that remain quantifiable, robust, and most importantly, objective. This is a challenge, but I'm sure we are up to it.
One of the strengths of our present curriculum is our excellent clinical teachers across the community, UConn, and our affiliates. This is certainly not going to change. We'll need to make adjustments to schedules and the way we think about revolutionizing rotations and clerkships in order to provide the most effective training and to accommodate the rising need for community preceptors in the state. Our student continuity practice program will continue as a major component of our curriculum, but here too, we have the opportunity to refresh its purpose and to assure that students are prepared to enter the current climate in which we practice medicine now and in the future, with the most relevant and well-rounded skill set. Our students will always be out in the community working hands-on with patients and playing an active role in medical care in our state.
As TV mentioned, one of the major components of our proposed vision is individualized education, focusing on the unique characteristics of each student. This means that our concept of what it means to be a teacher in our curriculum will change. We propose to remove the formal lecture component, as we know it right now, wherein a faculty member stands up in front of a room of students, and change that model to one that is more technologically advanced and maximizes the time for both the student and the teacher. Additionally, we want to put more focus on small group instruction, mentoring, and individualized instruction. Our goal is to impart lasting knowledge on our students and to think outside of the present teacher-learner paradigm. We will need dedicated faculty in order to make this work. Faculty roles will transform in a way that increases the importance of mentorship and become of greater importance in the new paradigm.
At the end of the day, our curriculum needs to be created with our students and their future patients in mind. Today's students are not the students of 20 years ago. They have different expectations, needs, and paths to success. Our curriculum needs to reflect this change in our learners, and the best way to do this is to craft something that is interactive, technologically innovative, focused on individual needs, and hands-on in the medical environment.
What we need now is for everyone to get involved. The UMA leadership team, with the support of the Education Council, has created a curriculum reform and revision steering committee. This committee will be made up of elected faculty, nominated by their peers and approved by the Education Council, as well as faculty appointed by the UMA leadership team. This committee will be purposefully structured so that there is representation across the spectrum of education. There are opportunities for all faculty to be involved in the process in one way or another, and I hope that you will contact us for ways in which you can play an integral role.
No single individual, discipline, or group here at the School of Medicine is capable of creating this curriculum alone. In order to ensure that what we create is representative of the future, this needs to be a team effort that stretches across faculty, students, staff, departments, and professions. I am asking you to join us in this initiative, and please help us. The future is unfolding here.